93.5 FM. Ono FM News. Accurate, transparent, undiluted. We go there. We bring you the news behind the news. Ono FM News. If it's new, then it's news.
Good afternoon, welcome to the World News at noon on Honor 103.5 FM. First, the top stories. On the national scene, NCDC confirms Lassa fever death cases, total reaches 98. In the continent, Kenyan President William Ruto's drug donation sparks Kenyan flashes. On the front, the United States says Ukraine ready to move forward on ceasefire demand. In business, aviation workers issue ultimatum to remove Nigeria customs area controller. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Iris Star joins American Hollywood. And in sport, Adena reviews when Saka will play again for Arsenal. And now the news in detail. I am Anudua for V2. The Mayan Amawula-led River State House Assembly has asked Governor Simelai Kubara to channel his invitation to the members properly and not through social media. Reaction followed the invitation to the Assembly to a meeting with the Governor at the Government House today. Kubara, through the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tami Nanagogo, said the meeting was expected to address key issues, including the provision of seating space for the Assembly, payment of outstanding allowances, and the presentation of the 2025 budget. The 27 lawmakers of the River State House Assembly, loyal to the former governor, Nyesom Wike, may however reject the invitation except their condition is met by the governor. From Rivers State now to Oyo State, where the Police Service Commission has appointed a new Commissioner of Police in Oyo State following the exit of Shonubi. The Commission approved the appointment of CP Ademola Johnson as Commissioner of Police for the state. And this was disclosed last week Tuesday in a statement by the Commission spokesperson Ikechukwu Ani. This comes amid new appointment of new CPs across the country. The new Commissioner of Police was the former Principal Staff Officer to the Inspector General of Police before his appointment. Also, he served as a former Deputy Commissioner of Police in Delta State from the Delta State Command. And away from Oyo State now, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) has reported that the cumulative number of Lassa fever cases has risen to 535 out of 2,728 suspected cases, with 98 deaths recorded across 14 states in Nigeria as of March 2, 2025. The NCDC disclosed this in a public advisory yesterday, where it notified of a confirmed case of Lassa fever by the Ondo State Ministry of Health. The patient, a 31-year-old physician, was managed at a private health facility in Ondo State after returning from a trip abroad. Lassa fever is an acute viral hemorrhagic fever caused by the Lassa virus. The natural reservoir for the virus is the African rat, although other rodents can also act as carriers. The Public Health Institute stated that Lassa fever cases occur year-round, with peak transmission periods typically from October to May. Straight to the continent, where police in Kenya have fired tear gas to disperse protesters who tried to occupy a church that was recently given a substantial donation by President William Ruto. The gift to a church in the Roysambu suburb of Nairobi was about 20 million shillings, and this has drawn criticism from some young Kenyans struggling with the high cost of living. However, Ruto has defended his donation and has offered a similar gift to another church in Eldoret. Several other people have been arrested during the clashes, which saw protesters trying to get into the church and light fires and use rocks to block nearby roads. But the church service went ahead with tight security for worshippers. And now to the foreign scene, where the Trump administration says they believe Ukraine's leadership is ready to move forward with the United States' demand for a ceasefire process with Russia. And this is according to a senior U.S. State Department official. U.S. President Donald Trump has stepped up pressure on his Ukrainian President Zelensky to accept his demand for a quick ceasefire with Moscow, but without any immediate pledge of a U.S. security guarantee. In his video address late yesterday, Zelensky said they hope for results both in bringing peace closer and in continuing support. Recall that Ukraine has offered to grant United States access to its rare earth minerals reserves in exchange for U.S. security guarantees. However, the clash at the White House also resulted in the U.S. pausing all military aid to Ukraine and stopping sharing intelligence. Likewise, in Canada, Canada's next Prime Minister Mark Carney has vowed to win the trade war against United States President Donald Trump after winning the race to succeed Justin Trudeau. Carney, the ex-Bank of England governor, said this during a visit and a victory speech yesterday. As the incoming Prime Minister, he has pledged retaliatory tariffs on United States goods until Americans show some respect. The 59-year-old, who has never held any elected office, easily won the leadership race with 86% of the votes as the Liberal Party leader. Recall that Canada's former Prime Minister Trudeau resigned in January after a 9-year stretch in the role. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at Honor 1035 FM. And you can also listen live on Radio Garden app at Honor FM Ibadan. And now to business news. In business, aviation workers have issued a 14-day ultimatum to the federal government to resolve and remove the area controller of the Nigeria Customs Service at the Pilgrims and Cargo Terminal of the Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. This allegedly follows an assault on the Director of Security at the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Igbafe Afegbai. As disclosed in the joint letter signed by the secretaries, the workers accused the customs officers of abusing the retired Assistant Commissioner of Police. The workers also called on President Bola Tinubu to redeploy all customs officers involved in assaulting the FAN director. As contained in the reports obtained by Newsman yesterday, it showed that the ultimatum started counting from March 7, 2025 and will elapse on March 21. The unions threatened rage against what they tagged as excesses and misbehaviors of the officers of the Nigeria Customs Service. They also demanded the reduction of customs personnel across the nation's airports, especially at Lagos Airport, in compliance with global standards and practice. It's still the World News on 103.5 FM, and now to some entertainment and sports stories. In entertainment, famous Nigerian singer Ira Star has joined the American film industry, Hollywood. The musician joined the movie industry to star in the film adaptation of Children of Blood and Bone. Ira Star, who has already made a name for herself in the music industry, will act alongside Hollywood all-star cast like Oscar-winning actress Viola Davis, actress Cynthia Erivo, and Golden Globe nominee Idris Elba. The development came a few months after Ira Star ventured into the Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood. Other Nigerian singers who have also featured in movies include Simi, Yemi Alade, Tiwa Savage, Foz, Banky W, and Reminisce, among others. And finally, in sport, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has revealed when Bukayo Saka is expected to return to action for the Gunners. Arteta stated this on Sunday after Arsenal's 1-1 draw with Manchester United in the Premier League. Saka has been sidelined for the past 11 weeks with a hamstring injury, missing several matches for Arteta's side, including the latest draw at Old Trafford. When asked about Saka's return, Arteta said in his post-match interview after the international break, "Let's see where he is." Meanwhile, goals from Bruno Fernandes and Declan Rice ensured both Manchester United and Arsenal shared the points, and the result leads Arsenal second in the Premier League table, 15 points behind leaders Liverpool. And that's about it on the world news. But before we go, here's a recap of the major stories. On the national scene, we reported that NSCDC has confirmed Lassa fever death toll cases reaching 98 in the country. Likewise reported on the African continent that Kenyan President William Ruto's church donation has sparked clashes in Kenya. Also, that foreign news, United States has said Ukraine is ready to move forward on a ceasefire demand. In business, reported that aviation workers have issued a 14-day ultimatum to remove Nigeria Customs Area Controller. Entertainment, we brought you a report that Nigerian singer Ayra Starr has joined American Hollywood. And finally, in sport, reported that Arteta has revealed when Saka will play again for Arsenal. For eyewitness report, news mentions and news commercials, contact the Honor FM newsroom at 081-767-55555 or 091-360-01035. You can also visit our website at honorfm1035.net for more information. The news was compiled and edited by Temi Tokwe Dada. I am, again, Anoluakbo Ito. Good afternoon to you.
And that was the news on Honor 103.5 FM. Honor.